morning to all of my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Along with Geek here, and yeah, we're gonna play some because I need to do a playthrough of Rogue Trader. I keep starting it and just keep other stuff pops up like Helldivers, like I can game with friends and stuff like that. So because of that, I need to do a and I'm gonna be doing some Rogue Trader one shots soon. The first one's probably going to be August the 2nd. It's a Saturday. It's probably going to be from 12 to 5. Um, it's either going to be 11 to 4 or 12 to 5. So working out exactly which is which. But the good news is you're going to actually see me as GM Cube because, my initials of my name. I was the general manager of the radio station, so GM, and now I'm a games master for Puck and Nanaki. Although in this case, I'm not actually going to be playing with them. I'm going to be playing with a group of awesome Twitch streamers, and it's going to be a good time. I'm really looking forward to it. So, with that in mind, I want to check something really quickly. Mostly because I'm just paranoid about it. Okay. Sorry, my phone is wanting to be funny with me. Okay. There we go. Now I can see how my audio sounds. That actually sounds really good. So as I was saying, I need to do a playthrough of Rogue Trader, and because what's going to happen is after we finish the Rogue Trader one shots, we're going to be going into a Dark Heresy campaign with Alcat's announcement of a Dark Heresy game like Rogue Trader on PC. I decided I wanted to do some one shots and campaign in the universe. Been a while. I'm really looking forward to it actually, a lot. So, we're going to get started with some Rogue Trader. Now, let's see. Where is the. My brain. Really like for my brain to work. Oh, definitely. This isn't what I was looking for, but good to know that's there. Oh, it's my webcam. Ah, well, still missing a cable though. Sorry, when my cats just walked in. It's okay. cable go? Here it is. No. I'm glad I picked it up, but no. Well, yeah, why not? Okay. So I gotta get audio. I gotta get my headphones on. There we go. Alright, so I said I was going to do this via gamepad. So now where did I just set the gamepad? Guys, don't ever have, you know, like strokes and stuff, because they will mess with you. Because right now, I literally had something in my hands a minute ago. And it has gone from me. I literally just had the controller in my hand. Well, wait a minute. It's gotta still be connected. So, where is it going? There it is. Okay. So far, I actually haven't played a lot in this one. I've made it to the point where I'm about to meet the Lord Captain herself. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what mods there are for this, but I don't think I want any right now. Alright. Oh, no. Another one of my cats just walked in. So, let's go meet the Lord Captain, shall we?
Let's see this through.
Of course, I still think it is freaking hilarious that I'm using Coe Carnage's voice for this. He actually was a voice actor for the game when the first DLC came out. So, I thought that was pretty cool. And the level of detail that Alcat put into this, you can tell. Deploy their guns out.
Let's seize the moment.
Well, as long as you're not momentarily seizing.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tic, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valancius' features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clapped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I just need to send out a tweet to let people know that I am streaming again. Because, again, it's been a while since I've streamed. So, you know, I definitely, you know, appreciate people being patient with me. I'm sorry. Part of my neurological damage included, verbal. So, yay.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence. Even among his flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely...
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here? You are direct. I approve. But you will have to wait. There is something I want you to understand first. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The Warrant of Trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Oh, hey, Percy. Okay. Yeah, she would tell me. Where is that?
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
One of? Does this mean there are other heirs?
Naturally. Some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Edelthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, Even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here, in the Coronis Expanse. You were once a Lord Captain yourself, aboard your own ship. You know everything there is to know about the life of this gargantuan beast and its thousands of crew members. You know how fickle machine spirits can be, how weak-willed are the rabble from the lower decks, how a single tactical decision can turn the tide of a battle. Few people can claim to have such priceless experience that is so highly sought after in my calling.
Yay, she likes me because I could do a starship.
Moreover, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better. His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such. This is me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
What are my current responsibilities?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers, and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. Surely I should not have to explain such. Vessels such as this one are capable of leaving real space and traversing into the warp, an otherworldly dimension of cruel and unthinkable forces. By entering it under the protection of the Gellerfield, we shorten the route to our destination, crossing distances that would require hundreds of years in a matter of weeks instead, sometimes in days or even hours. That is how humanity spread across the galaxy. That is how we were able to build the Imperium, which spans millions of stars.
2 and 3 quarters. Okay.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Looks like we have a problem on our hands.
The Masters demand your death! For now.
A tactically sound approach. One fewer target.
Be right back, guys. I've got my water.
Reduced to dust.
My faith strengthens me. Ah, death to the heretics! Chaos guides me. Your blood will flow!
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Death to the weak!
Ah, cover. Okay. Cool.
I know what to do. With purpose. Easy.
Woo! Bang, bang goes my gun. Your character has just landed a critical hit that deals increased damage equal to the character's critical damage stat. Character's critical damage is 150% of their normal damage by default. However, certain talents, effects, and abilities can increase it. Certain weapons have their own critical damage stat, which is added to the character's total stat value during attack. I think that's all I can do.
Crush the feeble!
Death to non-believers!
That's gotta hurt!
Follow my lead.
Where can I get one of those?
I took care of this one.
Die!
Your character receives a temporary positive effect from an ally. Such effects enhance your character's capabilities in combat in some way. To learn more about the effects you've gained, hover your cursor over the effects icon next to the character portrait. What have I got? Kill them. Oh, plus 50 ballistic skill. No wonder I was able to shoot them so well. Well, those two are done. crap a doodle. If I remember correctly, there's not really an Overwatch either. Oh, wasn't able to do much, but
As said, so done.
no, there's nothing more I can really do. Okay.
I serve the ruinous powers!
Congratulations.
Look out.
We're close to Abelard, don't you think, Theodora?
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Okay. Those are searchable. Alright, where is the Arch-Militant? Pardon me.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Wow. You tell him, Mort.
Mort, hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
She's a little pissed off.
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Geller field failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the Navigator's Sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psyker powers.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand? Then move out! Mort, come.
I love the in-engine cutscenes.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I shall make do. Lead the way.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Something hits you hard with a sharp crackle, and you are consumed by unbearable, gut-wrenching pain.
Yeah.
I promised you a special destiny, Ivar. It's time to fulfill it. Oh, goody. You were supposed to say goody goody gumdrops. Wake up, kick.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Voidveer, you two-faced scum. You're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warrant Chamber. This void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel. Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The Warrant of Trade.
Dun dun dun! Dun 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 dun. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there. What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grok shit?
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind.
Okay, he's crazy.
Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear in your palm. For a brief moment, you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, replacing the singular urge. Go to the gate. Get out, I am not your puppet. Well, I don't really have a choice here. I had just luck with the warp. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The sentinel turns its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Examine the device. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eyes is a strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward closer to you. The lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The mid-screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. Hey, they like green phosphorus too! A whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Voivir wounded you with his blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself into a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Examine the sentinel. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you're used to. The skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and it has metal hinges in place of the saber joints. It seems the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than that of an ordinary automaton. I'm going to go ahead and put my hand in. The Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed, and you're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever had.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
Who is this?
Genetic code identified. Child of House von Valancius. Do you require assistance?
Yes, Sentinel. Traitors threaten my life and the safety of the warrant. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It would seem the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do you any real harm. Yet.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
There is still another way.
Forge ahead. Never linger.
Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, to be the paragon of humanity and broken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost. To triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns through pain to greatness.
Escort the child of the house to safety. Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by. domiciled at the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by. Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations. Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the navigator's sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection. Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Run, fools, or fall!
Master! What? Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you...
Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Okay. Do I have a way to do like recent? I am trying to figure out. Conrad Voigtveer is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. Bandmaster, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Voigtveer openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind the mutiny.
Saints' blood! Then it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized.
Let me see something real quick. Let's see, got me logged in. Please, someone's logged in. Okay, cool. Alright, so now I'm trying to remember. Oh, if I can search my chats, then I can just search for Stinger. Sorry, I might have something cool to show you guys in a minute. Was it that one, really? Okay. Let's get this one. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off for tonight. I'm not feeling so hot, and I'm a little out of it. I hope everybody that stopped by enjoyed themselves, and I look forward to doing this again soon. As always, let your geek flag fly, and we'll see you on the flip side. Peace out, everybody.